Hello and welcome to Little Blue Star. I'm Jane Allen and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today. This card is, we're going to do some watercolouring and it's gorgeous florals with Stampin' Blends. I hope you like it. So let's get started. We are using the framed florets, photopolymer stamp set with matching dies, which you can cut these gorgeous images out. And also a couple of these ones here are from the alphabet a la mode die, so they come with all the letters of the alphabet and numbers and everything. So that's them, and that's what we're cutting out the mum letters with. And then the framed florets dies are these ones, and you get the like the frames to use, but also the ones that cut out all the little images on your stamp set as well. So that's that. And then these are the obviously the images you can get, so you can cut these out with the frames on here. So that's what we're doing. Right, so let's get started. We're going to do some watercolouring. So I've got some ink pads and I have got my watercolour paper. The watercolour paper comes like that, so I've just chopped it in half and cut it down to size. So what we want to do here is just spritz it. So I've got my stamping spritzer with just some water in, and I'm going to spritz that with water. So a few sprays of that, as much, there we go. So that's nice and wet. Now I'm just going to press my ink pad to get some ink into my lid. So that's my sweet sorbet and then calypso coral as well. So I've got those two colours. Now you can use any colour you like obviously, but we've gone for the orangey sort of colours today. And then a water painter, and you just squeeze that so it's got water coming out, and then obviously you can pick up your ink in there and then go ahead and do it on your paper. Now if you don't find that it's wet enough, I might need to spray that again, because I need some more on there. I'm just going to hold it up because there's not much in my spritzer, so I need to get down to the bottom of the should have refilled it before I came on. See if that's enough. If not, I'm going to have to, it's gone empty, so of course the spritzer's right at the bottom. So let's see if that, oh that's a bit better. Maybe I'll need to refill it, I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and have a go at this. So we've got sweet sorbet on here, and what I'm doing is just going to sort of have a sort of rectangle sort of shape in the middle of my paper, and just build up that colour now, roughly sort of rectangle shape. And then if you want the ombre, you go for the sort of different colour up here. So you've got the sort of orangey colour into the red, and then I said you sort of squeeze it again, whoops, and then it mixes all in, picking up that ink if you want some more colour, picking up some more red, there we go, and then just building up that sort of wash. And then when you're happy with the colour, you've got deep enough colour that you like, sort of a washy design, just grab a tissue and clean out your lid, because what you don't want to do is shut your lid up and the water go on your ink, because it will obviously water down your ink. So that's nice and clean. So that's done. And then what we'll do is leave that to dry. You can grab a heat gun if you want to hurry that process up. I'm just going to leave it to dry for a second. Move that out the way. Then bring in my card again that we're going to do. Now we've got a base card of white. I've then got a layer of DSP just to sort of match the colours, so any sort of DSP. Then I've got a layer with sort of glimmer paper, which is actually cut out using the rectangle stitch die. So I don't know if you can see, but you get a nice little stitch element there. And then obviously our watercolour will go on top. I'm just letting that dry for a minute. So that's that. And then what we're going to do for these is obviously stamp them in Memento, wherever that's gone, over here. Stamp it in Memento, and then obviously you can die cut them out. So I've gone ahead and die cut this little pretty image here, and I've gone for Calypso Coral on my flowers, but obviously you can choose your own colours. And then what I do is you can either start with the paler one or start with the darker one. I tend to use the darker one first. So this is my Sweet Sorbet, and just go in the middle of the flower there, just bringing it out a little bit. And then to blend it, I'm getting my dark Calypso Coral, and then that will blend into my light Calypso Coral. So just go over that and blend that nicely in like that. And then you can go in with a bit of Daffodil Delight in the centre, so if you want a bit of yellow in the centre of your flowers, or you don't have to, it's up to you. That's how I sort of blend my flowers. So again, I just use my Sweet Sorbet. This is the light Sweet Sorbet, just for that sort of reddy tone. So in the middle there. Then I use the that one as well. Then I use my dark Calypso Coral just to blend that into the other colour. So just go around that like that. And then we bring in our light Calypso Coral just to blend that out into the lighter shade. And as I said, you can use all different colours for your flowers, but this is how we've done this one, because I've gone for the orangey tones in this one, orangey pinky tones. So hopefully that made sense on how you blend your flowers. And obviously go ahead and do your leaves, which I will have already done on here to save time. So that's the one I've done on there, but you can see how I've done those. So I'll just move that out of the way. Right, let's start building our card. Let me move those out of the way. And then we have got our watercolour, which is still a little bit wet, but what I'm going to do is die cut the mum. So use your letters to die cut. So put your dies on, cut it out, and then you'll peel that off, and there will be like the negative space. So this was the one I've already done, cutting the MUM out, peeled them off, and obviously then it allows it to show through, which I've already done there. And then I've already stuck that on. Oh, and actually what I did do is, once you've die cut your pieces, run it through with the stitched greenery die, which is that gorgeous die where you can get all these patterns. I think that's gorgeous. And then obviously glue that on, can you see? And then it allows you to see the glimmer paper behind. So hence what I was saying there is, obviously you die cut your letters, peel them, and then you get that negative space. And then what's good is you can use those in a different card. So that's one I've already done just to save time, but obviously that's one I will do. And then it's just a case of popping that together. So what we will do, bring this in, so it's a case of layering up the layers and then sticking that down, so make sure you've got it the right way up. Otherwise that wouldn't be good. It would be an upside down card. Right, pop that on there, and then your layer, which I've already stuck on there, going on there. Just gives a little pop of colour behind. I think that's it, enhances that colour nicely. Oh, drop my lid. Where's that gone? I don't know at the moment. I'll say that next. Right, okay, so that's done, and then we'll pop these up on dimensionals. So I've got some here. Pop them up on dimensionals. Peel the back in. And then just sort of place it where you want, bring it in or bring it out, whatever. About there. Okay, and then the other two. Okay, pop those on the back there. And then sort of place where you want those to go. Roughly like that. Now, to save time, I've already stamped in my Versamark and white powder and then heat embossed, so you get that gorgeous sharp white effect, sharpness coming off the or what am I trying to say, onto the black, you know what I mean. And then what I'm going to do is just go round and fussy cut, and it will end up with For a Special Mum on a Special Day. So as I said, we just fussy cut round these and we'll end up getting rid of that sort of person. So cutting that bit off for the bottom, and then just this top bit, so we don't want the person because we've got our letters in the middle for our mum, so we've got that. And then you can pop this up on a dimensional or just glue it on like I've done. So I've just glued mine because we've popped up our flowers anyway, so get rid of that. And then we've got For a Special Mum on a Special Day. And I'll just glue those on, I think. And then just to finish, just grab some rhinestones and then pop them just round and about. And then on those you can have it round and about, or you can actually place them on your flowers there. Yeah, that looks quite cute. So there we go. That's what we've done today. I hope you enjoyed that. As you can see, a bit of watercolour in, bit of blends using our Stampin' blends, and gorgeous card ready for Mother's Day. Thanks for joining me today, and please subscribe if you haven't done already. There's lots of videos coming up, and that really does help me, and I will see you again next time. Bye.